scrapbook friends. As promised, I decided to do a little walkthrough of my nephew's engagement album. And actually we should start from the beginning. This is an album I won at Christmas last year for uploading Christmas layouts with the Elle Studio Good Cheer collection. And I didn't quite know what to do with it because I used American Crafts 3 ring binders in a particular color for all my yearly layouts, and then I have a special travel color and a color for my childhood layouts. But anyway, so this didn't fit into it. And when I took my nephew's engagement photos and I decided to make them an album, this was perfect for it because it's white with a little faux wood grain to it. And then on the end of it, on the spine here, I have a little label that says E for engaged, and then their engagement date of 11/8/2014. And I got that as a freebie from Kathy Zilski's website. She posted it to her blog one day, and it's for like your family albums, so you can put your initial and then your last name, but I just thought it was perfect for this particular project. So I took my nephew's engagement photos and we did 2 sessions. One that was kind of a trial thing in the spring, and then we did another one late in the spring. And actually the first one, which we did at my brother's, was so much better. They were both so much more relaxed, and I love the pictures even more. But I still use both because there are some definite pictures that we really liked. So let's go to the album. I'm sorry for glare, but I'm going to try to keep the light off the page protector, so I'm having kind of a little issue. That's one of the things that, you know, I'm going to need to figure out is lighting. So maybe that'll help. That'll still get the light, but there, I think there's less glare there. Okay, so I started doing layouts for myself, and as I started to make them, because I love the pictures so much, I figured out that I had way too many layouts for my own album, and I will have to go back and make my own album pictures, but this is the first one, the very first layout I made, and it's titled Will You? It's made with a lot of little yellow bicycle. That's what most of this is, and a little bit of crepe paper heart. The pattern papers, I guess, are little yellow bicycle. My niece-to-be works in a bakery, and my nephew is away at college. She's a pastry chef, by the way, an awesome addition to our family. Anyway, my nephew's away at college a few states over, and he surprised everybody and came home one weekend, asked her dad for her hand, and then went right to the bakery from breakfast with her dad to ask her to marry him. And being a really smart boy, she was in the back, and when he went into the front, he gave his phone to one of her coworkers and said, "Can you bring Megan out? And by the way, hold on to this, you're going to need it in just a second." So very smart boy. So they were taking pictures. So anyway, this is the first layout. And I think I'll just have to slide these back and forth. Here's the second layout that I did. This is really just sort of a kind of overview of all the pictures that they took. I love this. I think this is an old Dear Lizzie paper and a little bow bunny. The bakery awning is bright orange, so it was kind of hard, but I really like how this turned out with the peachy colors. And here's all of us, or most of us, celebrating with them the next day. My nephew's older brother at the time was in England. He had gone to school there for a couple of years to do his master's, and then my older nephew's wife was doing her master's. So we Skyped with them, and they had no idea what was going on. So they were kind of flabbergasted when we saw them all. So really bad iPhone pictures. Since then, I've gotten a much newer iPhone, and my photos are so much clearer. I can't believe it, even in the dark. But anyway, this is a lot of my mind's eye, I believe, Jubilee, and Amory Tangerine words there. This is an idea that we got off Pinterest. We both were pinning ideas and to a board that I had, and then I did a lot of thumbnails so that I could take those with us when we went, and then I circled some of the ones I wanted, some of the things I knew she wanted, and then we sort of went from there. But this is one of the ideas. So this is her ring on their wedding date, which I thought was really cool. I think this might be Fancy Pants, but don't quote me. It's been too long. All of these layouts are in my gallery at Flickr, and I've also posted them to a Cherry on Top and scrapbook.com, and I'll try to provide the links for those. And that's, oops, a lot of these little pieces here, by the way, are Dear Lizzie and some Recollections tape. I love how this layout turned out. I knew I had some of these Heidi Swapp chipboard diamonds from Project Life Pack, and so I wanted to really use those, and I also wanted to use some of the cards because I don't do Project Life, but I like to use journaling cards, but there's so many. So all 4 of these came from Heidi Swapp pack. Actually, everything on this page came from Heidi Swapp. I don't know where the background paper is. I don't remember. I did this layout way too long ago, probably sometime last summer or fall. The next layout is one that I just completed not that long ago. I don't scrapbook chronologically. I kind of scrapbook what sort of strikes me as I do it. And so the papers in here are from Mind's Eye, and the chipboard here is some old crate paper, a Valentine's collection as well. So this is probably one of my favorite photos of them on the steps at my brother's home. This is a close-up. This was an idea, sort of an idea that I took from Pinterest. I just loved looking down at them, and I think the photo turned out really, really well. And I'm sorry if you're not getting the bottom of these. I think you're getting most of the page. So anyway, this I think is also my Mind's Eye. This is Maggie Holmes. These are Maggie Holmes letters. My Mind's Eye as well, and some Studio Calico doilies. More crate paper here, but I actually love this whole layout. It's just so simple, but it's so beautiful. This is cute. This is as we were posing for that, and she looked up, and I just thought, oh, that's so perfect and so cute. So this is, again, I think mostly all my Mind's Eye with a little bit of Basil cardstock. And I love these thickers. I don't remember what that font is anymore, but it has polka dots. Again, I'll try to remember to post the links because I usually label everything when I do that. Okay, this is an idea that I think both of us had, that we wanted them to do this like little hand pose. My nephew wasn't so wild about this, so I just loved how she looked here. It looked like she was saying please, and turned out really cute. This is some Dear Lizzie paper. I think this is all Dear Lizzie paper. This is an Old American Crafts chipboard. Some old 2-piece flare badges, which I miss 2-piece so much. And then some crochet hearts. Now, saying I miss 2-piece so much, the one cool thing is the Victoria Marie Facebook group has really pretty much taken over that spot for me. I just miss some of 2-piece product, and actually there's a lot less drama on Victoria Marie. So Victoria Marie FB group, if you're interested. I was on the design team for the last half of last year, and it's just a really great group of really supportive women and really talented scrapbookers. So there's my little plug for that group, and you're welcome, Victoria Marie. This is another one that I just completed. So this is really a piece of vellum over a white piece of cardstock. This is a Bella Boulevard piece of paper here from a wedding collection they had. More of those, I think they're Maggie Holmes again, glitter thickers. And it's the whole word. And this came from a pack. Hang on a second, I'll run. Sorry to do this. That sheet came from this really cool pack of Cosmo Cricut vellum called Voluptuous, and it's really neat. So I've taken out pretty much all of the white and gold. I've used them between this album and the album I'm making for my nephew, but really neat stuff here. So if you can still find this around, I've seen it here and there, but oh, I love it. It's beautiful quality. And then this piece, so this, I have used something very similar to this before. It's Dear Lizzie, basically die cut. This one is gold foam. I have used the wood version of this before, and I have another one waiting for a layout of either my oldest nephew or these two at their weddings. Not quite sure who's going to end up with it, but you know, as it takes me. So anyway, I just love this. It's so beautiful. And I put this on and I didn't love it, but then all of a sudden I thought of, you know what? It doesn't quite fit. So I'm going to cut the hearts. And once I did that, where I cut the hearts at the side and the top here, for some reason, it just made it fit. It was kind of crazy. Everything else on here, well, I should say these three pieces are Heidi Swap. This is a doily, I believe, from Doodlebug. And this is also Heidi Swap too. All right, this is mostly crepe paper. Again, this is one of the older Valentine's Day collections. So, and this photo, they used a smaller version of this photo for their Save the Dates. It turned out really cute. Right there, it looks kind of really posed, but when you crop in on it, it's really a cute photo. And I should probably do that just so you can see the whole thing. All right, this is more Dear Lizzie again, both papers and embellishments. Some really old embellishments, maybe as far back as I think Polka Dot Party, maybe even further back than that. But that's what these are from. And I think a Studio Calico Heart, and then sequins quote scattered throughout the page. You know how we have to scatter. This is more Mind's Eye Jubilee again, and this was neat. My brother's neighbor, my brother has we call it a cabin, it's really a log home north of where I live, and his neighbor has a really cool log home where they're like the full logs. It's so neat, and the color's beautiful. So we took a couple of photos on that. And again, I think this photo idea was from Pinterest. So, but lots of fun little things. I used up, this was the last flower that I'd had for years of those, but it matched so well. This is a layout I think I just posted not that long ago, within the last week or two. Just some glitter, Recollections glitter paper. This is a Maggie Holmes Shine piece. I've really been loving using my heart punches, so I have a large, this more medium size, and then have a really tiny small one that I'll show you. A little bit of vellum to separate the photo, and those Maggie Holmes thickers again, and then this is an idea from Pinterest as well. This one also, I know that I just posted this one. This one again is my Mind's Eye, and really this paper was so beautiful. I didn't really need to do much here. This is at a lake near my brother's cabin. So we were taking these photos Easter weekend in April in Wisconsin, believe it or not, in sort of the middle of Wisconsin. It was so warm and so beautiful that day. But the paper here was so beautiful that I let it do most of the work. I did a couple little crepe paper puffy hearts and my Mind's Eye date label, but that was it, because, and then the doily, and I believe this is a Wilton doily. Again, this one was just posted not that long ago. This is more Mind's Eye. The Jubilee collection, a little bit of Studio Calico Potty People wood veneers. This is a layout I literally did just post. So, and this is probably my favorite layout of all. I do like the photo, but it's really my favorite layout. Some old Amy Tangerine paper, some Bella Boulevard paper, lots of crepe paper, Amy Tangerine. First of all, this turquoise color has been my favorite color since the mid-90s. I used to have a car that color. Haha, funny story. But anyway, so I love that color anyway, but I just love that with the navy and that white background, and then the little diamond paper, and that's from the Bella Boulevard and Old Wedding collection. This is another layout that I just posted not that long ago. More Mind's Eye, all of us. This is a Fancy Pants wood veneer. I don't know if they even offer these anymore. I bought it like on a clearance somewhere. There's the little tiny heart punch I have. So this one's from Hobby Lobby. That's a Martha Stewart, and I think the other one is a Marva Uchida punch. The big one is. But this one and the Marva Uchida one are pretty old. This one's a fairly new one. You can still get that at Hobby Lobby. This is a layout I just posted the other day for sure. I know that. I'm getting a bad glare from this, so I'm going to try to hold that off a little bit. Kind of hard to see this. Sorry about that. This is probably one of my favorite pieces of paper. It's from Maggie Holmes Shine Collection. It's called Anniversary, and it's really hard to find because I've looked like all over for it. But really, I've used this like 3 or 4 times already. I think that's probably enough in my scrapbooks. But it's slightly pink. There's a slight almost ledger behind it, and then it has the gold diagonal. It's so beautiful. So that's one of the reasons I love this page. But then a little bit of Mind's Eye, another Wilton Doily. This is Echo Park, so is that. A little bit of Amy Tangerine. This is a Maggie Holmes pin and an Amy Tangerine wood veneer. And then right behind here, which you really can barely see, I put that on in a glassine bag, just a big glassine bag. I need to find some more of those. This is one of those ideas that we pulled from Pinterest for the photo. It's just Scrabble tile. I pulled them out of my Scrabble game with her ring, and then it's sitting on, that's all sitting on her hands with his hands underneath. And I know when I posted this, I got lots of compliments on the photo. Wilton Doily again. Besides punching out of the glitter paper, I'm also punching hearts out of foil, the foil paper here. And then this is a Dear Lizzie heart. I like the idea of these big heart stickers, but they're so thin they're really hard to work with. And then this is all my Mind's Eye paper. This layout, I believe I just posted yesterday, so I won't go into it too much. But the story behind this is cute. My nephew and his older brother used to play at this park. I would take them to this park. And it was one of the sites, it's beautiful, it's along a river, that I wanted to take them. And I wanted them to be pictured on the slides, but it was not thinking it was a Saturday. It was very busy there, and they weren't really into the posing, but they humored Aunt Kelly, and they posed for me, which was pretty cool. Okay, this is another layout in that same park, but what we did this time is I put down it had rained earlier in the day, so I brought a blanket, and I had them, first of all, I had them sit on it, and I think there's a layout in here with that. If there's not, I've missed a layout I should have done. But anyway, so I had them lay on the blanket, and then I had them just face each other, and this is totally candid. We tried some pose things, but here they were just laughing because it was so ridiculous, and I just love their expressions, especially Megan's, really cute. Lots of Bella Boulevard on this, mostly Bella Boulevard. This is not, I don't remember who this is, but almost everything else is. This layout you're going to be seeing, hopefully you will have seen actually by the time you see this in a video. I'm uploading it to YouTube right now. Hopefully it works, because making process videos is a lot harder than you guys make it look. But anyway, this will be probably my very first process video. So there'll be lots of details coming about this. But this, I just loved taking the photos of their feet together. I tried it on the steps at my brother's, and it just didn't work that well. But this is cool because we had some rock texture in the park. This is the photograph that I said I wasn't sure. It's been a long time since I did this layout. I think I did this in the summer. But I just love this. We put the blanket down, the river and a walkway is in back of them, and their expressions are just beautiful. This is one of those cool things where the paper basically did all the work for me. It's a Webster Pages piece of paper, and I don't remember what collection, but then I just added things like puffy hearts and enamel dots and arrows and a few little stickers here and there, some a little die cut from Bella Boulevard, some freckled fawn stars, some Dear Lizzie resin flowers, and it just looks like I did so much work. This was a happy accident. I was going to use the back of this paper, laid it down to trim something off, and the picture fell on it, not exactly in these squares, but it fell in these squares, and I realized that the picture was the right size to cover these, I believe, 2x2 squares. Yes, it would be 2x2 squares, and I just found one I loved, and it just, I love this layout too, just because it was such a cool happy accident. And then here's the very last layout for the book. This is a photo of the two of them in a town really near us in front of a little soda shop. And they weren't loving this, but I do like how it turned out there. Just how, in general, how the the photo turned out on the city street. I just think it's really cool. And I don't remember who this paper was. I'll have to, I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure the details are in one of my galleries, but a lot of Bella Boulevard from their wedding collection, and this is just Bella Boulevard as well, too. So thanks for watching the video. Hope you all have a good day. Take care.